Hi, I'm Greg McLeod. I'm one half of the Brothers McLeod. I'm the drawery half. My brother Myles is the writey half. And we've done the book Knights St. Louis. So I thought it might be quite good fun to give you a little demonstration about how I design the characters. I do a lot of animation work as well, and I'm constantly coming up with characters and finding new ways of drawing them and trying to make them interesting. And kind of the first part of the process is really done in one of these. These are the sketch pads I use. They're square, they're quite thick, and I make lots of messes in them. I use this pen generally, which is a rotary ink pen, but I do have lots of other stuff I can use if I get a bit bored with that or I get stuck drawing. I'll sometimes move to pencil or paint or anything else I can find. Sometimes I draw straight to the computer. Anyway, so here's a little demonstration about how Clunkalot was created. So here in the sketchbook is some sketches I did a while back, trying to come up with the idea for Clunkalot. I knew he was a robot horse because it's in the book. Wanted to come up with something quite funny, quite friendly, but it also had to be big enough and kind of the right shape enough that Louis could get inside him. And what I do then is I transfer the sketches to the computer. Okay, so I am now in the program I use to draw my characters and I use to animate as well. I've picked this here. This is the sketch I quite liked out of all the ones I did. So what I'll do now is I use that as a basis for a kind of slightly rough drawing in here in the program, which I will then trace again to clean up. So I kind of just start off by giving a little head. And at this point, it's really just using the sketch as a kind of idea, and then doing some slightly more detailed drawing, just to get a sense of the character. There we go. It doesn't have to be particularly tidy at this point. It's more about getting the shapes in and the character in, and from there I can tidy him up. I think if you get too tight too quickly, you can lose the character a little bit. It's also not as much fun than drawing roughly like this. Probably the little daughter, Clunkalot, where Louis gets in. Some legs, like so. So as I say, it's all quite rough. Some little electronic-y things all linking together, like he's given the sense that he's actually somehow been designed in a certain way, even though I'm just drawing him really quickly. So then we have a kind of a rough sketch of the character, roughly loosely based on. And the clever thing about this program is I can put another frame after this. I need to put another background colour in, and then what I can do is there's a thing in here called onion skinning, which basically means I can see through to the frame I've just drawn, and then what I'll do in here is now I'll start to be more careful. So I'll be a bit more careful about how I draw here, much more considered, a bit. That means I can just concentrate now on all the little details, make sure they're nice and clean. You still keep that kind of energy of the sketch you've just done, but it's just a question now of making them look a little bit tidier for the cover or the insides. So really what I've really done is just slow them down a bit, still keeping the lines in pretty much the same place. There we kind of have Clunkalot turning in and skinning off, and you can see a much more cleaned up version of the drawing. I might work on that a little bit more, I might add some more detail, I might just add a few little bits like that. But essentially what I will then do after that is I will go to a full colour version, which looks a bit like this. So this is Clunkalot all fully coloured in. As you see, I've picked the colours, I've given him some shadows and some highlights. So this is the kind of the character that appears on the front of the book. In the side of the book, it's much more black and white characters. But for the cover, we went for full colour. And if we add in Louis here, like so, and then if we press go, we can see how he rides. So there you go, that's Clunkalot. Hope you enjoyed that and hope it was useful.
Coming to a bookshop near you in August 2020.